Gentlemen, start your engines.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here on a Sunday night. It's race number 2 of the round of 12 coming at you live from Talladega Super Speedway. Drivers are putting in those final adjustments, getting ready to go. Something a little special here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is a memorial race for Michael Dees, Brian Dees' brother. So make sure you all send Brian some love tonight for that. But we're going to keep that logo up all night long in memorial of good old Mike Dees. Mike Dees, hope you're living the dream up there, buddy. We're going to be doing 114 laps here tonight at Talladega. No stage cautions as per usual. And we got about a minute left here. I'd talk about times on the charts, ladies and gentlemen. I really would. However, it's not going to matter. It's Talladega. We all know how this race can play out. It's a crapshoot. You could be 13th and win on the last lap. But there's a lot of drivers going for them playoff points, going for as many points as they can tonight. As always, highlighted in orange, so you can be able to see their names in the white. But highlighted in orange at the top of your screen, those are your playoff drivers. Well, except for Corey Sherman. I didn't take his name out. We'll do that when we get into the national anthem. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, big field. 37 drivers it's looking like here tonight. Getting ready to take on Talladega for 114 laps. That being said, practice is almost over. You know what that means. It's time to head down trackside to start pre-race ceremony. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. All right, and thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, go check out Josh's YouTube channel. It's Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. Drivers are heading into qualifying, about 8.5 minutes left to go. We're taking a look at number 76 of Rick Thompson, right up against that outside wall, trying to build momentum up in that race car. For the first lap, probably going to run right up next to the outside wall here on lap number 1 for his qualifying run. Lap 2, he's going to push it all the way down on that yellow line. We got quite a few drivers out on track right now. Rick Thompson, Chris Berg just got the green flag. Tanner Marr got the green flag as well. We're going to be bouncing around a little bit here for Talladega. Joshua Rutherford out on track in that number 64. Keep an eye on these work in progress drivers. Every paint scheme is kind of looking like a brick out there. Apparently, I think it's an inside joke for the team calling the Xfinity car and how it drives like a brick. First time on the board, Jamie Walker, 55.18. Walker in the playoffs. Had a good finish last week at Twin Ring. Joshua Rutherford actually jumps up the provisional pole right now, but a lot of these drivers are only on that was their own first lap. Talking over myself there. Their first lap. Now all of them are on their second lap for the most part. Mike Hamlin's coming out on track to get his qualifying run in. Got to come get the green flag. Poliski unfortunately got knocked out of the playoffs. But another work in progress driver out there with a brick paint scheme. He goes provisional pole right there with a 54.25. And Joshua Rutherford completes his run 54, or no, I'm sorry, that was his first lap, I think. I don't know. SDK showing me some weird numbers right now. Tanner Marr jumps to third. Just finished up his run. Chris Legoo with a good qualifying effort of 54.30. How about Chris Berg jumping up quick time, 54.23 for the number 66 of Chris Berg. 6 minutes left to go here in qualifying. As I say that, Brian Dees, he jumps up to quick time provisional pole 54.17, and he's actually, I believe, on his second lap right now. So let's see if he can go just a little bit quicker. No, actually, he did finish up his run. Yeah, SDK keeps lying to me, but keep an eye on that number 17 running a memorial paint scheme for his brother Michael. Great looking car out there. Another MF Racing Designs original. Chris Legoo bringing it down pit road. Looking at Kobe Sutphin right now in the number 23, currently 10th out on the charts, 54.30. Wildman Wellman goes up to 5th right there. So Sutphin finishes up his run. Looks like he's going to be sitting 12th. And we got Mark Arthur just finished up his run. Mark Arthur, not a fan of these plate tracks. Just not a fan. We'll just leave it at that. Amanda out here watching the show. Unfortunately, Amanda not able to make tonight's race. We know she was looking forward to it. Wish she was here, Amanda. Next time, tell your work they can go kick rocks. You got Talladega to race. No, don't do that. Pick tonight for Dega. I had to read that again, Josh. We got Josh out in the chat, Mullet Music Productions. Make sure you click his name. Go subscribe to his channel. Pick for tonight is at Dega. His pick is yes. I think I know what he means by that. Could mean anything. 3.5 minutes left to go here in qualifying. Backover currently 13th right now. Brian Zimmerman just finished up his run. No, he's got one more lap to go. So it's weird, ladies and gentlemen. They'll cross the line coming out of pit road. That'll show that they've started a lap here on my overlay program. So it kind of throws me off just a little bit. But Ty Morosco out there, he was waiting for them clouds. That's what he was doing. Got good cloud coverage there in 1 and 2. Anyone can win. Could even be Fred. You never know until the checker. That's absolutely true. Boy, wouldn't it be something to see Fred Thompson win one tonight? We're still waiting on it. See Ty Morosco's first lap there at 54.75. 28th on the charts right now, but still has a whole nother lap to go. Mark says this isn't racing. Let's follow the leader for the most part. 113 laps to follow the leader is what it is. We do have drivers on in-car camera tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 4 of them to be exact. We got Kyle Wellman. He's texting. We got Corey Sherman smiling, giggling. He's ready to go. And Joshua Rutherford. He knows he's on camera. Who else we got? Steven Johnson, but he's not at his chair right now, so we won't bring him up. $35 seconds left to go. Oh, looks like Steven Johnson just sat down. Let's show him. He's getting ready to go. He's got to put them socks on. I understand, Steven. I got to race with socks too. Casey Campbell out on track with 6 seconds left to go here in qualifying. Right now, it's looking like Brian Dees going to hang on to the pole here. So that's pretty cool for Michael Dees Memorial Race here this evening at Talladega. To see Brian Dees put that number 17 on the pole. Great shot of the iRacing pace car, I guess. Let's go ahead and do that right there for right now. Let's go ahead and bring up our starting lineup. And let's start rolling through that grid. Starting on pole tonight is going to be Brian Dees in that number 17 with his teammate Dalton Kilroyd, who is outside in second. Taylor Butch Benjamin is going to be starting third with John Perkins rolling off fourth. The lone Dutchman, Philip Van Vliet, he's going to be starting fifth with Chris Berg, who is outside in sixth. Dave Seats is going to be rolling off P7 with Ty Morosco starting in 8th. Derek Paulson starting 9th position tonight with Chris Carroll, who is outside in 10th. Andy Poliski is going to be starting in 11th with Corey Sherman starting in 12th. Go ahead and move on down. Ryan Flanagan is going to be starting 13th with Joshua Rutherford, who is outside in 14th. Steven Johnson is going to be starting 15th this evening with Wildman Wellman to his outside in 16th. Tanner Marr rolling off P17 with Dustin Payton to his outside in 18th. Paul Ellison is going to be starting 19th tonight with Corey Rutherford to his outside in 20th. Aaron Bockover rolling off 21st here tonight. Chris Legou, his teammate, to his outside in 22nd. Jamie Walker going to be starting in 23rd with Kobe Sutphin starting 24th. Moving on down, Samuel Party Boy Lawson is going to be starting 25th with Mark Arthur to his outside in 26th. Joe Alberico 27th, Casey Campbell 28th, Alex Harris, Jason Bauer, Brian Zimmerman, Mike Massengill, Mike Hamlin, Brad Collins, Rick Thompson, Fred Thompson, and Deshaun Gorham rounds out the field for tonight's race here at Talladega. Got a lot going on here. A lot of drivers. Pace car is going to pull on down pit road. Brian Dees and Dalton Kilrow is going to lead him down. It's a Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. It's time to get it on here at Talladega. Down through the tri-oval. Green flag is out. We're racing here at Talladega. 114 laps. It's going to be an interesting one. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, while these drivers get up to speed, we're looking at about 15 to 20 lap fuel run. Roughly, somewhere in between there, 15 and 20 laps. That's the information I got earlier. So the big thing that we're going to have to focus on here is who's going to go with who, who's working with who tonight. What are you going to do? What lane are you going to be in? Are you going to try and keep the two lanes formed, or are you just going to drop down, try and form one single file line, and just run this race out to the end? A lot of playoff drivers looking for some good points here tonight, looking for their first win as well. This is a great place to get it here. Great shot of the field as we come through the tri-oval to complete lap number 1. Looks like Dalton Kilrow is going to lead lap number 1. Teammate Brian Dees leading that inside lane. Got John Perkins pushing Dalton back there. A little electrical issue going on with that number 33. Looks like he's gotten it sorted out, though. This is pretty much what it's going to be like all night long, ladies and gentlemen. We see some guys back here. And Steven Johnson kind of off this first pack just a little bit. You see the 23 of Sutphin going high, trying to get around him here. Tanner Marr's right behind Steven Johnson. They're just kind of riding right now, just playing that game. Follow the leader. So we're going to be calling it all night long. We got to pay attention to this 71 car, though. He was talking on Race Chatter that we had to keep an eye on him tonight. We're definitely going to be doing that. Something else we got to keep an eye on is the number 3 of Corey Sherman. Not only that, given us permission to bring him up mid-race to talk to him. So we get a good green flag run going, and we're going to bring him up and talk to him. Right now, it's all Brian Dees and Dalton Kilroy leading the two lines here going to the tribal. Once again, coming to complete lap number 3. Take lap number 4 here. 111 laps to go as they run right now. Something's going to pop up as well, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me 1 second here. I forgot to run this program before we got started. I apologize for that. That's my race control program. That's how I get those replays so fast for you. Go ahead and bring a couple of drivers in-car cams up here. Let's bring Josh up, Corey Sherman up. Let's show Steven Johnson as well. Look at the concentration on these guys. Well, you can't really see Corey's face. He's in that big VCR, VR, or what we like to call it. IMAX 5K, if I'm not mistaken, but all these drivers just taking it easy. There's really no reason to push right now. So John Perkins slipped his way around. He's not leading this race. I'm wondering if that might have been a little strategy by the 17. Because now that he's able to ride behind that 33, he's able to lift out of the throttle just a little bit, save some fuel. And I'm actually surprised we're not seeing Dalton Kilroy do the same as Ty Morosco ducks out of line. He's going to bring Corey Sherman with him. And Dalton Kilroy now stuck in what we call the sucker hole. Question is, who's going to go with them? We're going 3 wide here already on lap 6. Now Morosco moves down, trying to bring Sherman with him here. And Kilroy is going to get right up on the back bumper of that number 3. So Kilroy didn't lose as many spots as I thought he was going to. But unfortunately, they kind of left Andy Poliski hanging out to dry up there on that 3rd lane. He's going to remember that later in the race when it comes down to crunch time. I most certainly guarantee it. Everybody doing a really good job right now. Nobody's really forcing the issue. You see, we're 2 wide pretty much all the way back to about, I want to say back to Mike Hamlin here in 16th. You got Chris Legou. He's kind of running in his own lane. He's got Rutherford right behind him. But everybody else, I mean, single file line all the way back. Everybody's just taking their time. But the problem with that is if you wait too long or you stay in that line back there too long, you're going to lose this front pack. And then what are you going to do? Good question. The other question is, again, who are you going to pit with? Pit stops are going to be interesting here, to say the least. Especially when you bring 14 cars, 15 cars down at one time. Drivers are going to really have to do some communicating. Board right now with Dalton Kilroy. See, Morosco got pushed out to the lead by Sherman. Go ahead and go on board with Sherman here. Take a look at behind him. That's a great shot. Perkins giving him a shot here down the backstretch. An outside lane coming with a huge run right now. Bockover is actually behind that 41. That's interesting to see. We all know those two have some history. Ryan Flanagan up here right behind Bockover as well. He's got one of his teammates behind him. That's Kobe Sutphin in the 23, fourth in the outside lane. Looks like Taylor Butcher Benjamin, he got shoved out of line. Kind of fell back just a little bit. Not too far, obviously, but he's in the back part of that outside line right now. These guys are doing a great job. Ooh, little wiggle up there. Corey Sherman got stepped out of line just a bit. Not sure if that was a bad shot from Perkins or not. Let's go on board with Perkins here. We go back into 3 and 4, lap 10 of 114. Still a long way to go in this one. That's something I heard from one of the drivers earlier in the race earlier in practice, is that tri-oval is treacherous. You get a guy right up behind you on your back bumper. This car likes to get loose. I saw it happen a couple of times coming through the tri-oval in practice, and it was actually this 12 car, Mark Arthur, that was telling me that. For you Mark Arthur fans, I see you out in chat. Lori and Connie, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. As always, Mark is running 34th right now. But that is a strategy by him. He's actually right behind Rick Thompson. Two of these drivers, both playoff drivers, riding in the back, playing it smart. Dalton Kilrow gets pushed out to the lead here on that second lane by Aaron Bockover. Ty Morosco, John Perkins, and Corey Sherman still linked up on the bottom. Bockover gave Dalton a really big shot out to the lead. Now jumps down in front of Morosco. Here comes Bockover trying to lead a couple of laps. These guys are really going to have to be patient. Really don't need to get to the front right now. That's the biggest thing with plate racing. It's all about patience. Literally follow the leader. Really, the people that we should not be surprised seeing to jump up to the lead is these playoff drivers to try to get these 5 bonus points. Got one stepping out of line back there. I think that was Casey Campbell. I think he's trying to start another groove here. He's got Alberico and Legoo right behind him. That outside lane is a little broken up compared to that bottom lane. However, they got the momentum coming off the corner. They're starting to gain some ground here. As now you see Flanagan. He's going to duck out and leave Kilrow out to dry. And Flanagan going for the race lead. But Flanagan also kind of left his teammate out to dry right there. Not really out to dry, but he did leave his teammate. You'd think with them being teammates, they'd stay linked up right now, but different plans for different people. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is race number 2 of 3 of this round. Next week, we head to Lucas Oil, a short track. That's going to be really interesting to see who is going to make it into the next round of 8. Right now, round of 12. If I'm not mistaken. Let me pull up the points on my end real quick. Points. Where are they at? Standings. Here we go. Looks like Steven Johnson, after winning last week, he's top of the board on points right now, ladies and gentlemen. So top 5 in points. Steven Johnson, Jamie Walker, Derek Paulson, Rick Thompson, and Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Your top 5 in points right now. Everybody's starting to get broken up just a little bit. You see Sutphin, he finally got linked back up with his teammate. But now Taylor Butcher Benjamin, he's right back up to the front. That's how quick it can happen here at Talladega. We all know it. Got TBB leading the bottom lane. And Aaron Bockover leading the top. Dalton Kilrow right behind him. You got Sutphin right behind Butcher Benjamin. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe these guys up front here are just trying to find a place to ride. You see, you only got 3 cars stuck up on top right now. You got Dalton, Kilroy, Joe Alberigo, and I believe it was Ty Marosco. See Brian Dees here, maybe getting out of the throttle. He's trying to let his teammate back in line. Dalton's gonna jump right back up and get right on the back bumper of his teammate Taylor Butch Benjamin there. Does Dees go with him, or does he stay on the bottom? Or does he lift and try and let these two in right in front of him? What they need to do is get linked up. They're really broken up here. We go back to around Andy Poliski. We're going to say Poliski's technically leading the second group right now. But the gap he has to Casey Campbell. Got Mike Hamlin right behind him. Joshua Rutherford in this mix. Chris Carroll. Carroll, remember, was leading the points, had a bad race. Now he is sitting down in, where is Chris Carroll? 9th position in points. So that's how important these points are here in this playoff format. Ryan Grayville out in chat. How's it going, buddy? 17 laps in. We're getting close to that first round of pit stops, so I think that's why everybody's trying to single file out. Remember, I said about 15 to about 20. Might be able to go a little longer if you're riding in that draft, so we'll even push it to 25, but I think you're pushing it at 25. Lap 19 here of 114. Pit stops are coming up here shortly. Who's going to be the first down pit road? Is this front pack going to come first, or is the back pack going to come first? That's the real question. Looks like Dave Seeds has found his way up here as well. So 3 Limitless Motorsport teammates up here in this mix with 3 MF Racing Designs team members. Dalton Kilroy, Brian Dees, Taylor Butch Benjamin. Then you got Limitless up here. Dave Seats, Kobe Sutphin, and Ryan Flanagan. I think if Sutphin was smart here, he'd back off just a little bit, and yeah, now give Seats just enough of a gap. There it is, to slot down in line. That leaves Brian Dees all by himself up on top. Lap 20. Do we see pit stops coming by this time? We get another line forming up top. Are these drivers on the top line going to pit after this first group? We're going to find out really quick. See what we got here. Here comes a whole slew of them. Look at that. Oh, who is that? Brian Dees gets turned coming on the pit road. Who is that as well? I think that's Alex Harris. Might have gotten into the back of Dees. No caution. But man, Dees is not going to be happy about that one. That's a playoff driver. Let's see if we can't get a replay of that coming on the pit road. Busy pit road. Looks like Brad Collins had some issues there on pit road as well. Let's go back and take a look. Quite a few 4Xs there on pit road, actually. And he just comes in too hot. Locks up the tires and spins it. Guarantee there's probably some words said over the radio on that one. There's a couple other 4Xs here. Let's see what happens. So Dees gets knocked down. I think Butcher Benjamin just tried to avoid it, and then Flanagan nowhere to go. Or is that Seats right there? I believe that's Seats. Oh yeah, Flanagan came in out of nowhere, hit D's. Trying to get on the pit road. Not really much D's could do there either. I mean, he was trying to lock it up and stay sideways. Oh, almost got clipped there again. I wonder if Flanagan might have missed his box. Man, tough break there for the number 17. So we got this second group on pit road right here. Chris Carroll, Chris Berry, Steven Johnson, Jamie Walker. They're heading off right now, but here comes the race leaders. It's John Perkins leading the way right now. Ty Morosco in second. Derek Paulson now up to third. I say this because they're going to be catching these guys coming off pit road very quickly. They're already back up to full speed. And there's only, let's see this front pack here. Right now it's showing Chris Carroll leading the way. Pretty much fuel only for everybody as well, ladies and gentlemen. Tires are really not going to be a factor here tonight at Dega. I'd be very surprised if anybody takes tires the whole race, to be honest. But pack of four leading the way. So these guys back here, John Perkins, Ty Morosco, they got to stay formed up if they want a chance to catch these guys. So it's actually Perkins running in fifth. Let's go on board here with Perkins. Go on the roof cam. Now Perkins is in that wake right now, that draft. Look at this run they're getting right now. They're smart. They're probably going to bust to the high side here and try and go right around him. Ty Morosco is going to go with them. Here we go. We got another race going on. Oh, Ty. I don't know if he was trying to make a third lane there or if he just didn't know where Perkins was going to go fully. All over the back bumper of that 33, trying to push him to the lead. Perkins slots down in front of Carroll. Now Ty Morosco leads the outside lane with his teammate Derek Paulson right behind him. They got a big run now. Though you see that? Morosco out of run, jumps down in front of Perkins. And now I think these MFRD boys are going to be trying to control both of these lines. Smart move, honestly, by those teammates. That's a really smart move. Like Paulson's getting kind of hung out to dry right now. He's got the lone Dutchman up top, but he finds a slot, gets back in line. These guys are actually coming up on the back pack here. I don't know what happened to these boys. It's Dave Seats, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, and Dalton Kilrow back here in 32nd, 33rd, 34th. they're going to get lapped, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, there's no question about that. There is no question. This pack is going to come flying up on them, and they're going to have to work their way around them. It is unfortunate. 32nd, 33rd, 34th. And they got Casey Campbell up in this mix as well. Casey Campbell being scored 36th, 1 lap down. They at least got 4 cars, so they're not going to be passed like they're standing still, but you see the gap right there as these drivers come off of turn number 2. John Perkins leading the way. Three wide here down to the tri-oval. Looked like Perkins tried to block that run, but Philip Van Vliet wants to get up here and lead a lap. Almost does, but give that one to Chris Carroll. As you see now, Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, he drops down in front of Perkins. Don't look now. Here comes that 3 of Corey Sherman. What do you guys think? You want to talk to Corey now? Lap 30? He's mid-pack. It'd be a good time to bring him up. Let's get him on in-car here. Whoa, wrong button. They just put him dead center on the screen there. Let's bring him up. He said we could do it. Corey, how's the race going out there, buddy? It's going good. This is some pretty good action going on. How you doing out there? Yeah, I see that. You're getting a big shot right there. How's the car feeling? Well, hey, I won't keep it too long, buddy. Good luck out there. Thanks for talking with us. It's Corey Sherman live on the track, ladies and gentlemen. He said we could do it. I wanted to bring him up. It was awesome. I don't want to break his concentration too much when he's mid-pack like that, but oh, looks like Ryan Flanagan. He's actually on pit road still. Wondering if they're going to put that car on the hauler. Lap 31 of 114 coming up on a lap car here. Think that's Dees. Dees is going to stay high. Now Dees, he's now the first car 1 lap down. Doesn't look like he has a whole lot of damage to that race car. So all he needs is one quick caution. He needs to stay in front of Alex Harris and Casey Campbell. I think he'll be good. Didn't hear him at all? Oh, man. Okay. I got you guys. Don't worry. We'll bring him back up. I'll do it again. It's as simple simple button press that I forgot to do. Hey, Corey, sorry to bother you one more time, buddy. But,
hey, bud.
Hey, I don't think anybody heard you. I must not have unmuted you. So we're going to ask you again. How you doing out there? How's the car doing?
The car's doing really good. It's a little looser to travel grade around here, especially in the bottom lane. So you might want to watch that later on when things are getting a little bit tighter out there. But everybody's been pretty cool out here so far.
What's the plan on pit stops for the rest of the race? We'll ask you that.
Us and T-Day were just shooting back and forth how much we have left, and then that's whoever's the lowest decides when we pit.
All right, man. Hey, give me a big shot right here, and we'll get you back down there. Good luck.
All right, ready?
There it is. Good luck, Corey.
All right, thanks, man.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. So I have this thing where I have that muted just in case somebody comes up to talk to me to tell me something, and I just forgot to unmute it. So we brought him back up. We talked to him. Corey Sherman out there sending me a big shot. You heard him. Loose to the tri-oval. 81 laps to go here. We're coming up on that second round of pit stops already. Everybody pit on lap 20, 21. So we're looking at about lap 50, 51 to see drivers come down once again. And now Corey's leading the outside lane. Thank you, Lori. I do appreciate it. Yeah, guys, if you ever hear something on stream, or you don't hear something on stream, just throw it in the chat and I'll fix it up real quick. So right now, Brian Zimmerman's leading the bottom lane. Corey Sherman's leading the top. Sherman has Mike Hamlin pushing him right now. Or no, is that Kobe? They got identical cars besides the number. It's Hamlin pushing Corey and then Sutphin pushing Hamlin. And it's just those top three in that second groove right now. Everybody else kind of single filed out. Carroll's leaving a big gap here in between Alberico and himself. Then he's got a gap behind to Paulson. How about this? Rick Thompson up 25 spots since the drop of the green flag. Remember when we first saw Thompson, he was down there riding right in front of Mark. We only got 4 cars that's showing. Brian Dees, Alex Harris, Casey Campbell, and Ryan Flanagan. Those are the only cars that are laps down currently. And Brian Dees is currently the first car, 1 lap down. Like I said, a quick caution for that number 17, and he's right back in this thing. Single file right now, lap 39 of 114, about 76 laps to go here. And we got a freight train around the bottom side of the racetrack. Great shot of the cars going down the back straightaway. Everybody's single filed out. And I was kind of expecting them to do this a little bit sooner, but it looks like everybody's kind of happy to ride where they're at right now. We haven't really seen too many people working with anybody out of the ordinary besides teammates. So we can go on board here with Rick Thompson. Let's go on the roof cam here. Couple of drivers coming out pit road. That was Deshaun Gorham and Paul Ellison. So now Deshaun is actually the first car one lap down. As I say that, they go around Brad Collins. So that makes Brad Collins the first car one lap down. Now Brian Dees has to get around those three drivers and pray for a caution. So it looks like we had a few other drivers pit. Wellman, Fred Thompson, Mike Massengill just hit pit road. Oh, here they come. Big chunk of drivers coming down pit road. Everybody. So I was wrong. I thought it was going to be around, well, I guess that would have been 30 laps, not 20 laps. Around lap 40, 41. So see Thompson hitting his pit box right now, but Walker, Carroll, Johnson, all these guys, they're staying out one more lap. Derek Paulson in that mix as well. Here comes Chris Legou. I think he's got Josh Rutherford right behind him. Not right behind him, but that's Brian Dees right behind him. Those two should probably link up and start drafting with each other. They want a chance at this. Mike Hamlin's going to win the race off pit road. He's bringing Sutphin with him and Taylor Butcher Benjamin. But Benjamin is now one lap down. But I think now that he's one lap down, he's just trying to help his teammates out in that lead pack. Now that this round of green flag pit stops is pretty much completed, drivers are pretty much broken up right now. They're heading around two teammates here. That's Marosco and Paulson. See, Berg and Ping just hit pit road. And Carroll and Walker here working together. Got Fred Thompson back there one lap down. Fred's just going to stay right there. It's a smart move. He's going to try and stay with this draft pack. Or this lead pack in the draft is what I should say. But Carroll leading the bottom groove, Mike Hamlin leading the top groove. Let's go ahead and take our first commercial break of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Iracing, you wanted the best, you got him 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
SavageEdge.com, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already, I don't know why you haven't, just go buy yourself a True Sim Productions t-shirt yet. As far as I know, Corey's selling them cheap. Not only that, you can get yourself a That Was Netcode t-shirt. It's got a TSP logo on it as well. I hope y'all go out there and order one of those. Helps Corey out a ton. Help a small business out. Right now, it is all Chris Carroll, Mike Hamlin, and Kobe Sutphin on that bottom lane. We got Jamie Walker up on the high side. Gets pushed to the lead by Dustin Ping, who's running second. Now, Dustin just pushed him to the lead, but the problem with that is he really got nobody behind him. Ty Morosco's coming up now with his teammate behind him, Paulson. You see Ping trying to go down the side draft just a little bit, but Ty's got to run. I don't know. I think Ty should have just kind of rolled with him right there, but it is what it is. So a long way to go in this one. Now Jamie Walker leads the bottom lane. Chris Carroll second, Mike Hamlin third. Scoring Dustin Ping is fourth, but we'll just say he's leading that outside line right now as they're starting to get formed up. Chris Carroll jumps out, going down the back, but Dustin Ping says, no, sir. I'm going to make it 3 wide, and you're going to get caught in a sucker hole here on lap 50. We just pit about 10 laps ago, so we got about another 10 to 11 laps before we see pit stops one more time. Still nobody is taking tires just yet. Like I said, I don't think you're really going to need them. Ty Morosco got hung out to dry up on that top lane. Nowhere for him to go. He's going to have to pretty much fall all the way back behind I'm not sure who that is. They're all running them brick cars. How about Josh Rutherford up here in the top 10? Now in the top 5. He's got his teammate Poliski, and that's Ellison. Okay, that's Ellison behind him. Or no, that's Corey Rutherford. Okay, I'm sorry, Corey. I don't know if you painted up. What's Ellison's car look like? Okay, it's orange. Ellison's car is a brick orange, and Corey's is a little dark. Yeah, it's like a dark brown. Okay. Now I know. He's up here as well. These guys, what did they pit? I could have swore they pit one lap earlier. They did. They pit on lap 39. Those teammates did. Work in progress racing. Joshua Rutherford, Andy Poliski, Corey Rutherford, all part of Work in Progress Racing up here inside the top 10. You don't count out this number 3, though, Corey Sherman. Maybe all by himself right now, but he's got a few friends up here that he could work with. Getting a little wiggly-waggly back here in mid-pack. So let's see, we got about 10 cars there. 10, 11, 12, 13, about 14 cars up here in this lead pack. And I believe we got to go back to, looks like John Perkins leading this second line of cars. And they're doing exactly what they need to do. They're staying in line, right up on each other, trying to catch this front pack. They are slowly doing so. They're about, well, Perkins is about 4.5 seconds off of the back bumper of Dustin Ping, who is in the last part of this line. With a couple of lap cars behind him there. I think that's Massengill and Gorham there behind him. And then you got Brian Dees as well. Brian Dees got to get around all these guys, make something happen. New race leader going down the backstretch. It is Joshua Rutherford, the number 64. With Andy Poliski pushing him, here comes Rutherford pushing Timer Roscoe. Poliski's got to be very careful about that. He was right on the edge on the corner of that race car. If he pushes too hard on that left corner, he'll get Josh out of shape and turn him around. We haven't talked about it all night long for good reason. When's it going to happen? The big one. Or will we see a caution before that? Maybe a quick yellow. Where only 1 or 2 cars are involved to get these guys restacked back up. I was going to ask Corey how many pit stops he was thinking, or what he was looking at. But I didn't want him to give away a strategy live on stream. Got too many stream snipers out there. Now Rutherford kind of gets shuffled back a little bit. Here comes Corey Rutherford, his brother. He's coming to the race lead. He's got Poliski pushing him with Corey Sherman right behind him. Looks like Corey's going to lead this lap. They jump down. They leave Sherman out to dry. We know what he's thinking. Now, why would you do that to me, guys? Probably because in about 5 more laps, we're going to be pitting again. So now Corey has to find a slot to get down. Will anybody be nice and let him in line? Probably not. I wouldn't. So we're on lap 57 here. Drivers are moving out of line. I think they're trying to get synced up with who they want to pit with. That's what it looks like, at least. Corey Sherman now all over the back bumper of Carroll. Carroll leading the outside groove, whereas Rutherford leading the inside groove. Work in progress racing, 1, 2, 4 on the inside lane. Corey Sherman, the only TNA member currently up inside the top 10, I believe. Closest TNA member to him is Aaron Bockover, but hey, this second pack just caught up to this front pack. Now it's a race. They did exactly what they needed to do. Kept their patience, kept their cool, stayed in line. As soon as they would have ducked out and made 2 lines, they would have started losing that front pack. But they're back up here. Corey Sherman going to the race lead. Remember last year, ladies and gentlemen, this is where Corey Sherman won to get himself into the next round. However, this go around this season, there is no such thing as a win in your end. So it's all about points here. Drivers take lap 59. I'm guessing we're going to be seeing a lot of them come down pit road here in the next 2 to 3 laps. Right now is scoring Taylor Butcher Benjamin, the first car, 1 lap down. Great shot of the field as they come down the back straightaway and in turns 3 and 4. You see Ty Morosco. He ducked down in line right there. Everybody's trying to do that. They're just trying to get ready for these green flag pit stops. We see some drivers already on pit road. What are they going to do here? There's a few ducking out, but a few staying out on track. Looks like 3. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was all the work in progress guys right there. Corey Rutherford, Andy Poliski, and Joshua Rutherford. They all came down together, but nobody went with them. Had a group come last time by. It looked like Tanner Mars, Party Boy Lawson, and a few others. Let's see if I can't get a good camera angle of this, because this whole pack's probably going to be coming down this time. Couple stay out, but I believe those are lap cars who have pit already. So pretty much the entire lead pack is on pit road right now. And just so everybody knows, so nobody misunderstands it here, we do have race control, live race control. Old Garrett, the Hammer, up in the booth. He's watching these guys. They do have to stay to the right of pit road. However, when we're under green flag conditions, especially here at a super speedway, these guys are racing. They're racing on pit road, so we can't expect them all to move to the right of pit road, especially when they're side by side with someone, just to make that very clear to the audience at home. Because as you can see, there's really nothing Carroll could have done there coming off of pit road to get to the right. However, if they come down under caution, they all have to stay to the right. So that is something Garrett will be looking at if we do get a caution here tonight. So far, 62 laps, green flag. That finishes up that round of pit stops. Corey Sherman with a great stop in the number 3. He got out in front of everybody here. You see Ty Morosco all over his teammate's back bumper. You see Paulson's pushing Sherman down the back straightaway, because here comes the rest of the field. See Chris Legou up here. He's currently being scored 1 lap down, but he does have his teammate behind him. Now, these are 2 TNA teammates. See, Sutphin's going to jump out of line and try and use this momentum to his advantage, but Chris Legou says, no, sir. I'm trying to get my lap back. I need to get up to the front. Bockover stays with him. A lot of moving around right here. There's a little bit of smoke right there. I'm wondering if something might have happened. Might have been Casey Campbell. Let's see if we can't get a replay here. Ooh, Casey Campbell, a money shift out of the 73. He's coming off pit road and luckily did not come up the track. Who was that? Ted Musgrave, I think it was. Who, yeah, it was Musgrave the field. Almost did that, but great job for Campbell getting it off the track. Unfortunate, though, the number 73 blown motor here at Talladega. Here, watch this. Let's mess with him one more time. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Corey, how's that view out there, buddy?
Man, there's no cars in front of me. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, you're leading this thing, man. How's it feel? What do you think? You think you got the car to win tonight?
Well, I hope so. You know, we said we're going to bring a win home for TNA tonight, so hopefully one of us get it. I heard the other guys are having a little bit of trouble back there.
All right, man. Well, watch out for that number 6. You know how he is. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I'm scared for the 2 guys behind me.
Good luck, Corey.
All right, man.
Got a bust on him while he's leading the race, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit. For some reason, though, I'm having a little trouble with... We got Wellman popped up. We got Rutherford popped up. I don't know why Corey won't pop up. It was working earlier. You gotta love technology, I tell you what. I gotta refresh that. Let me see if I can fix it up here. Hey, you gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. Is Johnson's working? Why is it always Corey's camera that never wants to work properly? 50 laps to go. Drivers did pit on lap 61. We're on lap 64, so we're looking at about lap 81 for these drivers to head down pit road. I'm thinking about 2 more pit stops to run this thing out to the end of the race. Bockover. Yeah, Bockover's on the lead lap, right? Yeah, he's up here in 4th. Making a run to the front, trying to get linked up with his teammate here. 23 of Sutphin pushing him. 2 lanes starting to form up now. It's not necessarily go time just yet, but drivers are going to start working their way towards the front. So now, if Sherman can just get around that 23 car, get on the back bumper of that 44, that'd be 2 teammates together. Because that's what we see Paulson and Morosco doing. They have been pretty much nose to tail this whole time, working together, doing exactly what they need to do. Taylor Butcher Benjamin up in this mix now, currently 1 lap down. However, MFRD 3, 4, and 5 on the inside lane. I'm going to try it, ladies and gentlemen. It happens every time, but I'm going to try it. How about we do a little TSP, crank it up? love the crank it up cameras, ladies and gentlemen. As we get back to the regular broadcasting, Aaron Bockover leads the way. Leading the inside lane, at least Chris Carroll leads the outside lane. But remember, Bockover and Sherman, TNA teammates, nose to tail right now, but look how close Corey's getting on Bockover. Let's actually go on board again with Bockover real quick. Go on that gearbox. Look at that. Look at that shot right there. Here comes Corey. He's going to give him a little shot right there. Looked like the boys on the outside lane, I think that was Polisky and Carroll, they're trying to make a move and give that lap to Carroll. Still 43 laps to go, though, is where you got... We're on lap 71, so about 10 more laps we're going to be seeing these guys come down pit road one more time. Again, ladies and gentlemen, bottom right of your screen, Michael D's memorial race for him tonight here at Talladega. As well as not a cutoff race, but a playoff race, round 2 of 3. But we're keeping that up in the bottom right in memory of Michael D's. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Remember, last week we were at Twin Ring Motegi for 200 laps, and it went green to checkered, no cautions. So far, it's been the same thing here tonight, but it is Talladega, so I can't put it past them. It could be a yellow, but it very well could go green flag the whole way as well. Our first caution. I just said it. What the what the heck? What happened? I was looking over at the other screen. I just barely caught the yellow. Let's go back. Oh, big Tanner Marr involved. Who's that? Oh, Mike Hamlin got a piece of it. Oh man. Corey Rutherford. Looks like he checked up to not hit Ty Morosco. Tanner Marr didn't get the memo, and hard to, honestly. Oh, Mark Arthur involved. On board with Arthur. He's hard on the brakes. Nowhere to go. Let's go on board with Tanner. Yeah, just really nothing he could have done right there. And that was coming up to another round of green flag pit stops too, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and see if I can't get another angle of that. Get it from our blimp cam, maybe. And there's the contact. And I tell you what, unfortunate that a few cars got involved. But at the same time, it wasn't really the big one. The problem is, now that they're all going to be stacked up, might cause a big one, because we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. 40 laps to go. Guarantee we're going to be seeing everybody come down pit side here. I just was giving them credit. About going green flag. They had to make a fool out of me, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what. Whole field on pit road. So now this is where you would take them 4 tires. This is the best time to do it. You're not under green flag conditions. You might lose a couple of spots, but keep that car from getting loose out from underneath you here. And it looks like Carroll fuel only and tires behind them. Oh, tires from almost everybody behind them. Jamie Walker was another driver that took fuel only. I'm looking down his charts here. Rick Thompson coming out of pit road right now, or actually I think, yeah, he's coming off pit road right now. Same with Chris Legou. So I just got word from race control. I don't think we're going to get a penalty on that one. Let's go take one more look at what happened. Got a lot of scrolling to do here. Let's go take one more look at what happened here. So I think what was going on is, okay, so we came back just a little bit just to see what was going on before this. Maybe we can get a little bit more idea what was going on. So 23 is pushing at 3. Comes up, gives Phillip a door. Yeah, Ty had to check up, and yeah, I mean, there really wasn't much Tanner could do on that checkup, to be honest. Don't know if he got a lot of damage on that, but not sure. We're going to re-rack him, restack him, fire him off again. I wanted to interview Tanner, but again, not in team speak. Follow the rules, Tanner. You hard-headed mofo. He's the one that basically, I guess you could say, saw what happened for the most part. Corey did as well. Guess we could have talked to Corey Rutherford, but with them double filed up, we're not going to have enough time. I want to jinx him here. So let's see here. We came down. Everybody came down pit road during that caution on lap 75, 76. So we're looking at about lap 96. These drivers are going to have to pit again. Ooh, man, that's going to be so close. It's going to be so close on fuel. If they can push it one more lap past 96, might be able to, yeah, thank you, Lori. Yeah, give him crap out in the chat. Thank you. I was going to pull him up because, I mean, he was involved with that. He had a pretty much bird's eye view of what happened right there. Wanted to kind of get his opinion. I mean, there really wasn't much he could do. Doesn't matter. Pace car's going to make that hard left-hand turn down pit road. So we know the old saying, ladies and gentlemen, cautions breed cautions. Can these guys keep their jets cool until the end of this thing? You got at least one more pit stop, perhaps two. Crunching the numbers right now. Got to tighten up that field in the back there. And Brian D's trying to get in line. You see a lot of drivers back there, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like a lot tried to top off. Smart move. Smart move. Chris Legou got back on the lead lap. Green flag is back out in the air, and we got 37 laps to go. TNA. 1-2 up on the top lane. Aaron Bach over Corey Sherman, Chris Carroll, and Andy Poliski 1-2 on the bottom lane. Still a lot of time. Plenty of time, actually. You really don't want to start making big moves until about, I'd say, 15 to go. You got to start working your way back up towards the front. But right now, getting up to the front, you're really not going nowhere. Especially when you do still have at least one pit stop left to go. Couple of drivers flirting with that yellow line right there. A lot of Dosslin for position going on near mid-pack. Sam Lawson has found his way up into the top 10. Party Boy Lawson. Drivers are starting to push it 3 wide. 34 laps to go. I'm not sure if that's the time. You still got a pit stop left. You at least got to get to 21 laps to go. I think they're going to be able to do it, but it's going to be pushing it. Three wide down the back straightaway. Ty Morosco's leading that top lane. Bockover and Sherman in the middle. Poliski and Carroll on the bottom. Bottom lane has a better run right now. Only 4 cars up top, but it is all MFRD. Paulson kind of stuck on the bottom. Now, if he was smart, he'd try and find a way to get up to that second groove and then jump up in front of his teammate, Ty Morosco. Nice finish. You barely touched the wall. He wasn't in TeamSpeak either. I couldn't interview you. Lori's in here giving you crap for it. we're going to go around. Caution flag's going to be back out. I tell you what, though, a lot of drivers. Oh, Brad Collins. Brad, the wreck happened in front of you, buddy. What are you doing? Oh, man. What happened here? Let's go back and take a look. Rutherford involved. He was having such a good run, too. Ooh. That's a tough one. So Phillip kind of goes down right there. Maybe drifts up, but Lawson might have drifted down, too. And unfortunately, Rutherford just a innocent bystander. That same with Chris Berg. I got to see what happened to Collins. Did he just get hard on the brakes here? Oh, Fred got him. Bam. Oh, Flanagan into Chris Berg out of nowhere. That's crazy. What happened here? Oh, Zimmy and Berg. I don't think there's any rivalry there or anything. I think that was just Berg trying to get up to his spot. And Zimmy came up. Single file, boys. Single file. 30 laps to go. Everybody's going to come down and pit. However, they're still not going to be able to make it the rest of the way. Remember, only a 25 lap run, or a 21 lap run at the very least. Carroll's leading away, but man, what a heartbreak for the number 64. Waiting to get word from race control to see who he puts that on. That's a tough call. A very tough call. Just keeping an eye here on the infield care center. See if maybe we can get a word with a couple of those drivers on what happened. Hey, did this work out in Deez's favor? We are going to re-rack them, restack them, and fire them off one more time. Couple of drivers still on pit road. Nobody coming up to the infield care center. Oh, nobody from that team is in TeamSpeak as well. Guys, we want you in TeamSpeak. Period. End of story. We have somebody that sponsors to use it, so we're going to use it. I need everybody in here. I can pull up anybody. That's why I don't really pull up too many people, because I keep pulling up the same people because nobody's in TeamSpeak. I think Ty was maybe trying to save fuel there. Shut the car off, couldn't get it back going. Kobe Sutphin leading away. It's an interesting call out of the 23. I mean, he last put on lap 75. I would have came down pit road and topped off. Everybody else did. So he's now 10 laps shorter on fuel than everybody else in the field pretty much. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out for him. Lap 87, we got 28 laps to go. Green flag back out in the air. Remember that one of Ty Morosco is hunting for his first Blazing Pedals win as well. He's been up near the front pretty much all night long. Sutphin's just going to jump out of line. Looks like he's trying to go to the back. Couple of big moves being made right here. Chris Carroll trying to start that outside groove. Poliski, and it looks like that's Ping trying to start a third groove. Steven Johnson, he's been quiet all night long. He's now up inside the top 10. Still not seeing anybody in the Savage Age Care Center, infield care center, so we'll keep an eye on it. Think Josh was able to, yeah, he was able to get back on track. Normally we have Josh, he jumps into the infield care center when he's involved in something, but it looks like he got that car fixed up and he's back out on track. So good job out of the number 64. Bring him up if it'll work. Yeah, it's working. He's still fighting, still concentrating, still on the lead lap too. So must not have had as much damage as we thought he did. $25 laps to go. Now is when drivers are going to start pushing. How about this? From a lap down up to 12th position, 71 of Chris Legou. In the middle, right behind Joe Alberico. How about Joe Alberico up here in 10th? It's a driver we really don't say a whole lot about. He's doing a good job holding his own up here. 24 this time by. Back into one. I tell you what, Bockover is all over the back bumper of Ty Morosco. Question is, will Bockover go for that win, or will he push Ty Morosco to his first win? We know Bockover's got a win a couple years ago at Charlotte. Side by side here all the way back to about Jamie Walker, who's running 16th. I stand corrected. We're side by side back here as well, but Mark's back there in 19th. Give Lori and Connie a hit on the 12. I think he's just playing the waiting game right now. I think he knows something big's going to happen here. 22 laps to go. We know anything can happen here at Talladega. Waiting for that big one. Just waiting for that big one. See Bach over. What he's doing right there, ladies and gentlemen, he's not necessarily pushing Ty down the back straightaway. He's floating out of line just a little bit to get air to the nose of that race car. Might be getting a little hot riding behind him. You see him back off the back bumper right there. Trying to just maintain those temperatures inside that race car. Chris Carroll's going to lead this lap this time by. We know what Corey Sherman said in his one TikTok video. Remember, Talladega, last lap, don't lift. See what he does. A few drivers up here we haven't really talked about all night. Party Boys up here. Steven Johnson, Joe Barrico, Chris Legou up inside the top 10. He jumps out of line up in front of TBB. Trying to make something happen. I'd like to see TBB push that 71 to a win here. That'd be cool. Is Taylor back on the lead lap? He is. So Taylor got his lap back as well. Laps to go down the back straightaway. Outside line's kind of broken up just a little bit. Inside lane starting to form up just a little bit better, but here comes that 71 on the top line trying to make it a four-car pack, a four-car line up on the top side. Ooh, a little wiggling back there mid-pack. That was Zimmerman. I don't know if he was trying to make a move or was just trying to stay in line. He wiggled just a little bit. Here comes Bach over to the outside making a move. Derek Paulson now trying to go for the race lead here with going to be 17 laps to go. 3 wide. 3 cars up top. Derek Paulson leading the bottom lane. Chris Carroll leads the center. Aaron Bockover leads the top. I tell you what, I know who I'm rooting for, but I won't say it right now. I do not want to jinx them. There's a couple drivers up in the top 10 right now that I'm rooting for to get their first win. So you got Ty Moroska looking for his first. Chris Legou looking for his first. Party Boy Lawson looking for his first. Blazing Pedals win. No, Carolyn Johnson have a few wins this season. Oh. Nice save by Paulson. Even Ty lets him back up. What a save by the 6. Chris Legou takes advantage of it. Is he going to jump back up? No, he's not. He tried to go back up to get with Bockover right there. But it just didn't work. But man, Paulson, what a save, man. What a save. All 4 tires down on the apron. Mark Arthur making a charge to the front now. Mark went from all the way back to 18th up to 6th in a matter of 2 laps. This is crazy. They seem to have calmed down just a little bit, but we still got 15 to go. And not only that, they put on lap 85. We still got 1 more pit stop. I don't think anybody can make it the rest of the way. But a caution can change everything. See a few jumping out of line. It jumped down pit road. Looked like that was work in progress racing. They've been pitting early all night. So that tells me we're about 2 laps here for the rest of the field to be making that pit stop. .13 laps to go. When are we going to see the rest of the field come down pit road? 21 people watching right now, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit that like button. Helps us out a ton. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Surprised they still have not come down pit road. I mean, there's no way they can make it. I think they're maybe thinking there might be a yellow. Trying to stay out to maybe play that yellow. Here comes Mark Arthur looking for the race lead. They're going to have to work their way around some lap traffic here. Mark trying to keep Bockover pinched down. Trying to use them lappers as a pick. Slow that inside lane down. And Bockover said, no, sir, I'm coming up. Gave him a little door right there. We're all trying to get down to the inside lane. 11 laps to go. I'm telling you, I don't think they can make it. still staying out on the track. But everybody's getting down in that line, so I'm thinking it's coming here. See, Taylor Butcher Benjamin jumps down in front of Legoo. Connie out in chat. First thing I do every race, hit that light. Awesome. I love to hear it. Here we go. Backover hit pit road. Nobody came with him, though. Ugh. Oh, we got 3 wide action back here. Here we go. Couple drivers stayed out. Paulson and Morosco stayed out. That's not good for them. They're going to have to nail the pit stop when they come back around, but everybody hit pit road. Ooh, Corey Sherman got into the back of Legoo. Oh, man, and Legoo still hit his pit box. He's got to get out. Come on, Chris, get out. Nail it. Come on, you know I'm going for you. Unfortunately, I think that slowed him down a lot. Here comes Morosco and Paulson, but that's, I don't know. Now Carol and Steven, they're out front of these guys, but man, here comes everybody with a full head of steam. Morosco and Paulson are coming out. Where are they located, though? They just came out, and here comes the pack. Oh, man, they are not going to be up to speed. They are definitely going to lose some spots. Here comes Phil Van Fleet. He's looking for his first win. Taylor Butcher Benjamin's still in this fight. There's a whole pack of cars coming. How about Brian, Brian Zimmerman's up to 9th. Now these, oh man, here we go. That's gonna be a caution. And with 7 laps to go, we're gonna re-rack the whole field and try it again. Oh, that's exactly what Ty and Derek wanted to see. Oh man. Oh, this thing just got a lot better, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back and see what happened. So we go into the corner. Oh yeah, it looks like Backover just drifts up, gets into Zimmy. Looks like Rick Thompson got a little piece of that, but he's still rolling. Gotta get a couple more angles of this for race chatter, possibly. Good old Backover. All right, so race control came in pretty quick with that one, ladies and gentlemen. 44 EOL. We kind of watched it happen in almost real time. Went back and looked at the replay. I mean, it looks like Backover did just kind of drift up. So 44 going to be going to the back. The other person this helped out was the 71 of Chris Legoo. Not a great pit stop. This race just got a lot more interesting, ladies and gentlemen. It wouldn't be Talladega if we couldn't get a green-white checkered scenario, I guess, huh? So here's your money on now. I guess that's the real question. "24 drivers being scored on the lead lap." Well, Lori, he's back there in 6th. I think we're getting a 1 to green right here. So when we come back around, it's actually going to be 3 laps to go. So not quite a green-white checkered. They're still going to have an extra lap. But that big one is still yet to happen. So... I think that's the reason why a lot of these drivers were staying out there, ladies and gentlemen, on that last run before the green flag pit stops, is because they were maybe anticipating a green-white checkered scenario, a little bit of overtime action. So they were trying to make sure they had enough fuel for that. Here we go. Pace car's off. Gonna be 3 laps to go at the line. Carroll's got to wait till that restart zone before he can go. Does he wait for the green flag or does he go early? Green flag back out in the air. Good launch for Carroll. Good launch for Steven. Couple of drivers got to be careful there. Oh, some contact in the back. That shuffled a few drivers out of line. Here comes Ping making a big move. Man, these guys ain't even up to speed yet, and they're making moves. Lawson's trying to go the high side and make a 3rd lane. They're trying right now. Looks like Sherman tried to make a move, but is going to get hung out by Ping. Here in the back. Lawson goes up top. Sherman's trying to get up to his back bumper to push him. What does Rick Thompson do? Does he make a move? Back there. This time by, Popsicle Sticks are going to be in the air. 2 laps to go. Lawson makes a move. Looks like Poliski's going to go with him. Is Paulson going to try and jump up? He's trying, but I don't know. Oh, man, is that tight. I don't think they had a big enough run. Mark's going to maybe try and jump up. Oh, Ty gets shuffled out of line. No caution. They just got to get to the white. Ty actually did a good job saving it. He's still in this thing. Oh, there they go. That's going to bring out the caution. Now we're going into overtime. There's the big one. There it is. Lawson involved, Paulson involved. Morosco, heavy damage to Morosco. Brian Zimmerman, heavy front end damage. Mark Arthur involved, heavy damage to the 12. Corey Sherman made it through. Chris Legoo made it through. Oh, it ain't over. It ain't over till it's over. Let's go back and see what happened. Well, the 23 came down and got into the right rear of the 21 a little bit right there. Oh, man. A few of these guys, man. Woo! So we're going to slow it down. Right there, you see the 23 coming down. Boop. Gets right into Zimmy just a little bit. That's enough to turn him up into Arthur. We knew it was going to happen at some point. But a lot of heavy hitters in this race tonight. I tell you what, good job by Hamlin. He got woed up real quick. He's going to be able to still continue in this thing. But it's going to be another green-white checkered. Or actual overtime this time. Man. Race controls coming down. 23 will be receiving the EOL on that one. The 71's got a chance. I'm not officially saying it, but I think y'all know who I'm rooting for tonight. Had a rough pit stop, but finds himself in 7th place right now. What happened to Sherman? Where'd he go? He's on pit road. Oh, Sherman maybe did get involved. Heavy front end damage. So Chris Legoo and the Lone Dutchman, teammates, TNA Motorsports, they're going to be able to work together. Man, that's unfortunate for a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys were having such a good race. Nobody in the infield care center just yet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Blazing Pedals overtime. Coming to the line, it's going to be 2 laps to go. Green, white, checkered. We are officially in overtime. Here we go. It's going to be Chris Carroll and Steven Johnson once again on the front row. Walker and the lone Dutchman, Philip Van Vliet, in row number 2. Don't count out a couple of these drivers back here who have been sitting idle all night long. I think we might, I don't know if we're going to extend this or not. We got guys all over the place. I'd probably extend this one. I think they're going to let it roll. Green flag is out. Bowman makes a move to the bottom. Walker goes up top. Philip Van Vliet right behind him. They're spaced out a little bit, though. Oh, this is going to get good. Walkover tucks out of line. I think Sherman is down on power, so they got to get around him. I think if Bockover gets a big enough run on that outside, I think Phillip might jump up in front of him. Here comes Rick Thompson. Through the tri-oval. They just got to get that white flag. White flag in the air presented by Priority Auto. 1 lap to go. And it's an 8-car breakaway right now. Anything can happen. There's a couple cars in the back there. They're going to get a huge run on these guys. Carroll goes up the block. Jamie's going to go make it 3 wide. Probably wasn't the move Carroll wanted to do right there. Here comes Johnson. Can he make it 2 in a row? Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Walker going backwards. Ellison all over the back bumper of Johnson. Will he tuck out? Carroll's going to have a run through the tri-oval. I don't know what's going to happen here. Looks like Steven Johnson's going to get himself another one. Taylor jumps out, but too late. Top 3, Steven Johnson, Paul Ellison, and Chris Carroll at the line. Great race. I really thought we would have seen bigger moves right there. So Steven Johnson 2 in a row, put himself in position to do it. Great job. Oh, there's 3 people in the infield care center now. Gotta poke me, guys. I had no idea where you were in there. What else we got? Paul Ellison. A great run out of that number 55, man. Great run. Steven Johnson's going to go ahead and burn it down. There he is. Let's say I didn't see him in TeamSpeak. It'd be better if you just sit in there during the race. I'm going to harp on that. I'm sorry. I'm going to harp on it. Let's bring him in. 3rd place finisher, Chris Carroll. What a race, Carroll. You guys went green flag for pretty much a lot of that race. And little cautions breed cautions there at the end. But come home with a 3rd here tonight. Walk me through that last lap.
Yeah, it was being the leader on the green-white checkered. You're kind of a sitting duck, but I got lucky. I had a teammate there, and I decided to go up top to try and get the run at the end of the race. We didn't quite get there, but I think if I don't move to the top, I'm beat. I think if I move to the top, I get a better finish. But, man, it was really good racing out there. Really happy working with Paulson and a bunch of guys out there. We had a lot of fun, and Andy helped me a lot out there, so I appreciate those guys and everybody that ran us clean up there, Sam. That was a really fun race.
It looked like it was fun. I mean, you guys did a lot of racing. I thought it was honestly going to single file out there for a little bit, which it did. But, coming to those pit stops and stuff, Chris, you guys were just kind of on point all night long. When you saw Steven behind you, did you think that maybe you guys were going to work together there on that green-white checkered, or was it kind of a no-holds-bar type thing?
Well, I mean, you always work with your teammates as much as you can. I mean, there's moves you have to make, and sometimes you have to hang your teammate out, and you feel bad. But you got to do what's best for you, but also try and help each other while you can. And Steve's a great teammate, man. He's a really good dude. He's just a blast to race with. So you're safe in his hands. So I think we would have worked together as much as we could, and try to get it at the end.
Well, Chris, you come home in third here tonight. Who you got to thank on the 99?
Always got to thank you guys at TSP and everybody that works hard to put on this league. Five Kings Motorsports, we got Pit Lizard Performance, and I got a cheat sheet over here, but I just want to thank everyone that sponsors this league, and I can't find my cheat sheet, Sam, but everyone that works hard in the admins and everybody that does the hard work here, they don't get enough credit, and all my teammates out there, everybody that watches, and you guys at TSP, Sam.
Well, you had a tough break last week. Come home third tonight, Chris. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
That was your third place finisher, Chris Carroll. Let's go ahead and bring up our second place finisher, and that's Paul Ellison in number 55. Paul, I got to admit, we didn't really talk about you a whole lot tonight, but kind of put yourself in position there. You think you could have done anything different to get yourself a win tonight?
If I could have gotten clear from that lane above me, I was going to jump up there, and I think I could have pulled it off, but I wasn't going to take a chance of trying to squeeze it somewhere it didn't fit and wreck the whole field. I'd rather take a second the way this year's gone, so I'm happy where I'm at.
I was going to say, it probably was a little tough for you right there because I don't know who you really had to work with there. Were you working with anybody in particular all night long besides your teammates? Because it seemed like you guys had a strategy and you were pretty dead set on it.
Yeah, we planned on it. The first pit stop, I missed my pit stall a little bit, so I was kind of stuck behind the whole field a half a lap down. Me and Brad Collins kind of hooked up, and we just kind of rode around. Luckily, that caution come out. We were able to catch back up with the field, and then I kind of stayed with my teammates until they got collected, and from there on out, it was whoever was moving forward I was going to latch on to.
Well, you put that number 55 in second place here tonight. Great run for you. Unfortunately, you're not in the playoffs no more, but still, you're still racing for some money out there. So great finish at number 55. Who you got to thank tonight, buddy?
First, got to thank Corey Rutherford. These paint jobs he does for me all year. That's who's on my car. Mullet Music Productions. That's Josh's. Both of them are my teammates. That's CGR Graphics, Mullet Music Productions. Got to thank y'all with TSP. You're doing an awesome job, Sam. I enjoy watching every week. Our main sponsor, Savage Edge, for helping us put it together. We got MFRD, Butt Kickers, Southern Shores Realty, Tripods in the Wild, and Priority Auto.
All right, Paul. Hey, congratulations on a second place here tonight. Great run, and hopefully we get to talk to you next week at Lucas Oil.
All right, thank you.
That was your second place finisher, Paul Ellison. Again, great job. We really didn't talk about him a whole lot tonight, but he still managed to get a great finish. Let's see if we got Steven Johnson around here. Taking home the win again tonight. You won last week. You come home with another win this week, Steven. Walk me through it. Oh no, maybe you had to go to the bathroom or something.
Hey, sorry about that. I just had to kill a cockroach in the bathroom.
Oh well, that's not good. You better clean that place up.
This is the first cockroach we've seen in like 3 years. So how's it going?
Nasty. Oh, hey, I think you're doing a little bit better than I am right now. That's 2 wins in a row, man. You get the win last week at Twin Ring, and you come here and you win this one. You were kind of a driver. I was just telling Paul we didn't talk about him a whole lot. We didn't really mention your name a whole lot tonight either. So walk me through that last lap, that overtime finish.
Yeah, so I pretty much was kind of joking at the whole race. I'm like, it doesn't matter what happens, it's gonna be a green white checkered. And I made a mistake going into pit road. Sped had a penalty. Wellman, Zimmy, I think one other driver, and I, Alex Harris and I, we worked really hard to stay in the lead lap, got that caution, got back in it, and then just my goal was to just kind of stay in the back, wait for the carnage, let everything happen. And once all that happened, and then just kind of work your way to the front, and it just kind of worked out. I mean, it's the problem is with plate racing, you just have to do what you have to do, and you can make all the right moves and finish 15th. And today it just worked out.
So what was your plan there on that last lap? You're on Carroll's bumper. He moved up the block. Were you thinking about going with him? Were you going to push him? Or are you more concerned about your playoff hopes right now?
He was clear. I was not. We were both just trying to get a good points day. Like, we were fine just getting top fives and whatever. But again, when you have the opportunity to go for the win, you have to take it. And like I said, it worked out. But in tucking in line with him, it didn't work out the way we wanted it to because Jamie Walker got such a great restart. But again, you have to just do whatever move you think works and just hope it works out. And today it did.
Well, it definitely did, man. You come home with another win again, 2 in a row. Great start to this round. We're going to have to see how you do in Lucas Oil next week. But who you got to shout out on the number 2?
Oh, it's as always. It's Savage Edge, MFD, Racing Designs, Rick Thompson, everybody. You as well. I mean, it's just continuously great product that you keep putting out week after week. I know you're solo in the booth, but just you continue to do an awesome job. We really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate that, Steven. And I tell you what, let's see if you can cap it off with 3 in a row here at Lucas Oil next week. What do you say?
I would not count on that, but
I'm
we'll
trying
see
to
how it
hype
goes.
you up, man. But hey, you know what? Great win tonight here at Talladega, and we'll see you again next week, buddy.
I appreciate it. Let's talk soon.
And that was your race winner, Steven Johnson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this was a memorial race tonight. So I do want to bring up Brian Dees. Brian, you got me.
I got you, bud. How's it going?
Oh, it's going, man. Hey, I wanted to bring you up. This was a memorial race, as always, for your brother. So I'm going to let you go ahead and have the floor, say a few words, whatever you want to say, and everything like that, since it's kind of your bro's night. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, kind of hard to believe it's been 3 years, but just wanted to do a little something. Let him know he's not forgotten, you know?
Absolutely.
Definitely got to thank you guys at TSP for kind of throwing it all together last second. You kind of put a lot of work into it last minute for me. Kind of gave you short notice, but definitely appreciated. Also to Michael Falk at MF Racing Designs for throwing the car together for me. Kind of came together, like I said, all last minute, but honestly, thank you for all the help. Couldn't have asked for more. From me and the rest of my family. Can't say thank you. Can't appreciate it enough.
Yeah, it's not a problem, Brian. Like I said, I just wanted to bring you up so you could say a few words. It's, the race tonight is in memory of your brother, Michael Dees. So we've had him up on the stream all night long. So, again, man, we're sorry for your loss, but glad we can remember him and have a great race for him here tonight.
That's nice. I think we put on a show for him, so.
Absolutely. Well, hey, thanks for talking with us, Brian. We'll let you go get back down there with your team and, kind of de-stress a little bit. You kind of had a rough night, but it's all good. But thanks for talking with us, man.
Thanks again, Sam. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, Brian. That was Brian Dees, ladies and gentlemen. Again, tonight's race was in memory of his brother, Michael Dees, passed away. So, we are sorry to hear that, but at least, like I said, tonight we could put on a great show for them. I think they did a really great job doing it. Go ahead and get your race results up on screen, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, Steven Johnson takes home another one. He's not feeling too great about Lucas Oil, but maybe next week he might change that tone just a little bit. We'll see how it all plays out. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to get out of here. It was a great race. We went into overtime. Typical Talladega finish. You love to see it. That being said, we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.